So, for those of you who have kind of been in the dark, haven't played a lot of Modern, are going, what is Hollow One? Hollow One is based around this wonderful Magic card that was released in Amonkhet that we all looked at and went, well, this is busted. How can we break this? And it's costs 5 mana. It's an artifact. It costs 2 less for each card you've cycled or discarded this turn. So what you do is you have a bunch of cards that discard cards like Faithless Looting and Burning Inquiry and Goblin Lore and Street Wraith, because you cycle it to discard a card, which discards this. And then you discard 3 cards, you get free Hollow Ones if you discard 3. If you discard 2 cards, it only costs 1 mana. And last time I checked, 0 mana and 1 mana for 4s, pretty good. Pretty good. The backup plan to that is you have things like Gurmag, Angler, and Tasigur, which are great in this kind of a deck because you're discarding a lot of cards anyway, so your graveyard's always full of things. You have Flamewake Phoenixes, which turns out all your creatures have 4 power or greater. So you get to turn on the Ferocious, meaning you can pay a red, put it back into play. We all know I'm a big fan of Phoenix on this channel. This is just a great Phoenix as well. This deck also has Bloodghast. It gets to be this kind of aggro deck. It's got Flameblade Adept, which I am extremely happy found a deck to be in. Even if I don't like this deck again, I don't like the random cards in it. I particularly don't like Burning Inquiry, but I love that this card is seeing play. There was a long time in Modern where if you were playing a 1-drop aggressive threat, it was Goblin Guide. And then we got Swiftspear. And then it was Goblin Guide or Swiftspear. And that's it. It was the end of the story. There were really no other good options. Like, you had Goblins, which played their things, but it's still not very good. Like, you just played Goblin Guide, right? Flameblade Adept has this ability whenever you discard a card, it gets +1 power. Again, we want to discard lots of cards. It's going to get more power than Goblin Guide could ever dream of. And I'm very, very happy it found a position in this deck. The other thing about this deck is from these. All right. The other thing I like about this deck on the Flameblade Adept is this was like part of the turn. So they started with Kaladesh. They started to change their mindset on how they wanted Menace to be used. So Menace used to be only on large creatures, and it turned out nobody liked it. Why did nobody like it? Because Trample was better. On big fatties that are like 7/7s for 7 or whatever, Menace didn't really matter. Your opponents are chump blocking most parts anyway, making them kill 2 creatures is fine. But the problem is when they were going to kill your Menace, your big fatty creature, they were blocking it with a ton of creatures anyway. So they made this change and they decided, hey, you know what we should do? We should put Menace on smaller creatures that you want to be aggressive early. And it just did wonders. So it's really tough to block a Menace creature early. And then when you want to block it, you have to submit a lot of creatures to it. And then it makes it so you're like your Flameblade Adept, if it's got 4 power, you might just get to kill both creatures. When normally, like as a Goblin Guide, it just dies to a single creature. So Menace is one of my favorite mechanics that they've been tinkering with lately, because I think it does make interesting gameplay decisions in a lot of different formats. It's mainly a limited thing that makes the most interesting gameplay decisions, but I think it's an underrated mechanic that's really come into its own as they've figured out how to work with it to make it an interesting mechanic. That's a long spiel on a simple mechanic like Menace, but I like to applaud where good card design comes from, right? We like to lambaste all the bad things that happen, as I highlight this card. We like to highlight all the nonsense cards that have come out in recent memory that have ridiculous kind of effects. It's always good to applaud the good ones, right? The ones that make interesting lines or interesting gameplay. So, all right, let's go ahead and jump right into another league here. Get our play points in here because we played that last league for free. Actually, we earned money on that last league. So when you go 3-2, you get your stuff back. When you go 4-1, you end up getting a chest as well, which we then sell for tickets so I can play more leagues. Fun fact, I actually haven't bought any tickets on Moto since I started streaming full time in June. And by full time I mean like a regular schedule, multiple days a week. Yeah, Flameblade Adept is definitely it's one of the cards that and Flamewake Phoenix are why I'm like, I really want to play this deck. I really want to like this deck. And then I cast Burning Inquiry and I discard all my Hollow Ones and I go, oh, this is why I don't play this deck. This deck isn't very mindless either. A lot of people like to give this deck a bad rap because they're like, oh, heard there, you just do your thing. Well, this is a turn 1 Hollow One, so we have to snap keep this one. They like to think that this deck is a lot of like no decision making. This deck is pretty tough to pilot consistently well. Because like some games are easy, right? Some games you just flip your hollow ones into play and you go. Just like the other deck that we just played, sometimes you just flip your thing in the ice on 3 and just like smash your opponent for a lot. All right, looks like we're going to be against Affinity, traditional Affinity at that. Puppy's so cute. So let's start by cycling out Street Wraith because we get to see what we're going to draw. See if it changes any of our decision making. It didn't really change our decision making, but it gave us another card to discard with Faithless Looting here. So we're going to fetch and shock here. We don't like taking this much damage, but I think we're kind of in a position where we kind of have to this turn. We're going to go ahead and cast our Faithless Looting. Ooh. Well, we're going to just bin both these Flamewake Phoenixes. We're just going to cast our Hollow One here. Your move, opponent. Your move. Yeah, like so, and that's the deceptive thing about this deck. Again, people like to think that it's like, oh, you hit your Hollow Ones, you win game. And a lot of times it's not necessarily that. There are games that happens with, but there's a lot of games where you play this like this Rakdos like tempo aggro deck where we flipped a Hollow One into play here, but like we set ourselves up to like play a Gurmag Angler if we want to next turn. We're not going to. We're just going to play our double Flamewake Phoenix and just crack him. And if our opponent plays out like a 2-drop creature, like like we care about like Steel Overseer, we just kill it. It's an interesting. So I want to bet that they have Galvanic Blast. They probably have Galvanic Blast. So if we go to combat, they just kill our. Oh, I guess they can't let us go to combat. If we go to combat, is this the intervening if? Yeah, so Cannon, if this triggers, can we still pay the red? If they kill our creature, does it no longer work? You know what? I don't even have to risk that, right? What am I doing? Sorry. I'm going to cycle this. I just realized I don't have to risk it. Okay. I think it still works as well. Okay. It's not going to matter. Our opponent just going to let us do our thing here. This is my 8 power opponent. Deal with it. So if our opponent wanted to Galvanic Blast, they would have to do it on our pre-combat main phase. I think the way this is worded, that you and the judge and I am correct on the way this card works. I don't think it's an intervening if. I think it's just a clausatory if that if this is the case, trigger. And once the trigger happens, even if they kill your 4 power creature, you can then pay the red and it comes back into play. Because you had it in order to meet the conditions of the trigger. However, if they kill it before then, it won't trigger, and then you don't have to worry about it. Magic. It's a fun and complicated game. There's a cranial plating. Gross. This is great. So let's go ahead and let's go ahead and I guess I play this. Okay, so let's go ahead and Collective Brutality. Do I do 3 modes? Yeah, we go 3 modes. You, this, you, discard Burning Inquiry and a Hollow One. So at least kill this creature, so he can't block this turn. He'll go to 10, and then we'll play out Gurmag Angler and attack him. This is going to make his ability to like animate and equip very awkward. And we'll be at 15. And he doesn't have an Inkmoth Nexus, he has a Blinkmoth Nexus. He is the bad one. Yeah, no. I didn't have to discard the Hollow One, but I wanted to. Here comes Galvanic Blast on our Hollow One. Deal. Shrapnel Blast. Wow, we played against a similar list. So we don't have ways to get these back. So we go ahead and eat those. We eat the Street Wraith. We eat the Street Wraith. We eat like Burning Inquiry and Bloodstained Mire. Ding. Do. Hit you for 4. Put you to 6. Yeah, so we played against another very aggressive, like red slanted affinity deck that was running Shrapnel Blast yesterday. They got us, but to be fair, we literally played a deck where we hardcasted Malfagor. So, if you don't know what Malfagor is, he's a demon dragon. That deck was sweet. It was not good, but it was sweet. Alrighty. So, we bring in Ancient Grudge. We bring in Destructive Revelry. I'm going to bring in Ritualist Soot as well. That seems pretty good against them. We probably bring in Fatal Push as well in order to kill just the wide vast of creatures. We probably don't need Collective Brutality. We probably don't need Driven to Despair. I wouldn't be shocked if we trim on some number of Street Wraiths eventually as well. Yeah, the big thing is I wanted to look at his hand. There was a good chance that we were going to brick on our opponent's hand by escalating 3 times. We ended up not, so it was great. It was great. And I think that's the main thing, right? Is that if he had even another Galvanic Blast, we'd just like come out way ahead. And if he doesn't, so be it. So be it. What else are we cutting here? Maybe Bloodghast isn't at its best. Because this is better when we're being like the aggressor, not the controlling deck. And it can't block. Like I could buy that for $1. And then I'll trim like a Street Wraith. Bloodghast and 1 Angler. Okay. That's fair. I can see that. Cool. Rock and roll. We're going to snap this one off, chat. We get a Lightning Bolt for the first threat. We have a Ritual Soot, so even if he has like an Edge Champion, we get to kill it. This card's looking really good. Looking really good. Like this isn't the nut hand like last time, but this is Snapkeep. We also already have the Stomping Ground, which means that we can Goblin Lore, not have to ever worry about discarding our green source. So we're gonna pass turn again. This Ornithopter is not that big of a deal. Mem Knight. Activates Blinkmoth Nexus. He's just attacking for one. Okay, I'm going to bolt this. I like getting the manlands off the table. And just putting our opponent back a land is just like great, right? Do we need to... do we even need to Goblin Lore this turn? I actually don't know if we need to Goblin Lore this turn. What if we... Let's start by cycling Street Wraith, because we're under no real pressure right now. And we have an Ancient Grudge? I'm going to play this tapped, and I'm going to pass. I'm going to Lightning Bolt then, his next big thing he tries to do. Again, if he attacks with Mem Knight, I'm just going to take it. I don't care about taking one. That's not, again, taking one is not the reason why I bolted the Blinkmoth Nexus. Arcbound Worker, okay? Puppy. Hey. Stop that. Puppy scratching at the floor. Like, yeah, deal. We'll take one. Again, we're not worried about this. Another Ancient Grudge. Yeah. We're in the driver's seat here. Again, I don't think I cast the Goblin Lore because we want all... The difference is we want all the cards in our hand, right? Like, we don't mind discarding the Ancient Grudges, but why not cast for both sides? Our opponent's not putting us under a serious amount of pressure either. Yep. Attack there. Okay, we will bolt the Blinkmoth Nexus. Again, I just want to take him off of mana. So this is fine. Like, if we find a Ritual set here, we just get to, like, sweep his entire board. I'm actually considering... You know what? Because we have two Ancient Grudges here, I'm going to Ancient Grudge his Springleaf Drum, because this cuts him off of red mana. Let's just make it so you can't cast color spells. It's a Shrapnel Blast? Galvanic Blast, sure. Like, cut him off of his burn spells feels pretty good. Again, actually, oh, I messed up. Hold on. This costs 7. Damn, so I could bid my whole yard. Okay, do I care enough about this Ancient Grudge in my graveyard in order to not play Angler this turn? I don't think I do. So I'm just going to play Angler and just delve all these away. It's sad that I have to give up an Ancient Grudge, but again, I don't want to cast this Goblin Lore. And I do want to stick an Angler this turn. Because, like, now our opponent's under a serious amount of pressure. Okay, they have another Springleaf Drum. No more cards left in hand. They're just passing the turn. Go ahead and attack for 5. Now I'm probably going to Goblin Lore post-combat. Oh, I guess I should have Goblin Lore main or pre-combat, because if I hit a Phoenix, I can bring it back. That's fair. Like, I just let this happen. I guess I could just Ancient Grudge the Springleaf Drum as well. I think I'm going to just Ancient Grudge the Springleaf Drum. Keeping our opponent off of color sources is very important, I feel like, right now, because we just don't want him to rip, like, a Shrapnel Blast off the top. And then this can kill any of his things if he ends up finding another threat. And next turn we can Goblin Lore. Again, this deck, again, much like the last deck, the real key thing with this deck is patience. Like, Modern feels like a format where you're like, I need to kill turn 3, turn 4, right? That's what this format's all about. And that is rude, opponent. Rude. Sure. I think I'm just going to cast this now. Like, there's no point in waiting now, right? Because he's just going to be able to Tormod script us at a bad time. So I might as well just use this as like a gain 1, kill your other Blinkmoth Nexus. I like that we've killed 3 of them so far. Like, if I was him, I might have just like cracked this before. Like, we're just under no pressure to do anything. Okay, we don't need a 4th land. We've already cast 2 Ancient Grudges, so I'm not going to use the green source. I'll leave open black. Just cast this. Seems good. We're just going to kill our opponent pretty quickly here. Here's the old attack in for 5. And then we're going to fetch a Blackleaf Cliff, or not Blackleaf, a Blood Crypt tapped, and then we're going to be able to Ritual Soot, and blow out all of his creatures, and then attack him for 9. Oh yeah, found you a Bowman Courier, didn't you, buddy? Did you find yourself a Bowman Courier? Yeah, hit me for 1. Hit me! Send that message. He's terrifying! He's so scary. He's a 1/3 for 0. That's just good value. Just good, clean value. I'm going to hold on to this mountain so we have another card to discard with Faithless Looting. If our opponent just doesn't just concede to this. Bing bong. Bing, 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 bong. Bing bong, bing bong, ba bing bing bong. So I don't know what our opponent's out could be, but they feel confident that they have one. No cards in hand, double Darksteel Citadel, Tormod script, no big deal. Got this one, no worries. Come on, big whammies. Show me what you got, opponent. Yeah. Concession button is right. All right. Rockin' and rollin'. Rocking in a real Baba Ran, Baba Ran. That was an excellent match to show you what this deck can do, right? Where it just... Normally, you would think that a deck like this would probably struggle against a fast aggro deck. But we're just like, nope, we're just going to be... It's very much like... Hollow One reminds me a lot of the Izzet Phoenix deck that we've been playing. Like, you are this like fast kind of aggro combo deck or tempo deck at times. And then other games, you're like, by the way, I just happen to have like 8 removal spells in my deck, and I can bring sweepers out of the board, and I can just look at you and go, kill all your things, don't care. It's great. Great stuff. Great stuff. So even though I've been sitting here for a while and my mac and cheese that I had is still cold, it's still delicious. Why, mac and cheese, are you just so good? Hot or cold? New or old? Well, don't eat old mac and cheese. Don't do that to yourself. Alright. Lock and load here. I think I keep this hand. This hand's kind of awkward. Again, the plan with this hand is we're going to Flameblade Adept into Faithless Looting. Yeah. On the play, yeah, I guess we keep this hand. It's awkward to keep one-landers, but this is definitely one of those one-landers where we do keep. Yep, definitely Blood Crypt into Flameblade Adept. Our Jackal Warrior, that's right, It is a jackal. Jackal, jackal. It's a jackal. It was a jackal the first several times we said it. It's still a jackal now. I love Family Guy. It's good, clean living. Opponents figuring out what they want to do in response to this arid mesa. Maybe they have surgical extraction. Maybe they fell asleep on their keyboard. Maybe they had an aneurysm and we need to call some paramedics. Maybe opponent has played Bird 4 games in a row and is seeing another, or 4 matches in a row, is seeing him Arid Mesa and is just like tilting to Kingdom Come, thinking it could be nothing else but that deck. Opponent disconnected. Arid Mesa too strong. Hey Ewan, how's it going? Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. I hope everybody has wonderful Thanksgiving plans this week, or this year. This is the first year actually I don't have Thanksgiving plans. My plans are I'm probably going to spend it with you guys streaming, and then I'll also probably do some streaming with Ken Ketter later on Thursday. So that should be fun. We'll see if him and I get together. We're either doing it on Thursday or Friday. Gonna stream some Artifact, the new game from Valve. It's a lot of fun. It looks really sweet. I look forward to testing it out and playing it. We'll see if it's any good. I have no idea, but it's looking fun. It looks not complicated is the wrong word, but it's looking interesting. The thing I like so far that I've seen is it feels like every time you play Artifact, you're making decisions through the entire game. Like there's no point in any game where you're not forced to make a decision, and those decisions add up and cost you games or win you games. And as somebody who likes that kind of thing, I love that mentality. A lot of modern games can turn into just like, oops, I did my thing, you have no decisions, right? It's one of the reasons I really dislike Tron as a deck, is because Tron does the exact kind of opposite of that, right? Tron has their own decisions that they do make, but they get to a point in the game where as the opponent, your decisions didn't matter. Like, you're like, okay, cool, I thought seized you, I took away your thing. I see you don't have Tron, and then there's like, oh, Drew Natty Tron played Karn. All the decisions you made in this game didn't matter, and I just dislike that. So, Wooded Foothills in a Noble Hierarch. Wooded Foothills in Noble Hierarch. So do we need the third land? Is the question here. I guess we can discard Burning Inquiry as one of our discards. We probably don't need double Delve Threat. Double Delve Threat's pretty awkward. So let's get rid of like Burning Inquiry plus Gurmag Angler. And then the question is, am I bolting the bird? Some games I don't like bolting the bird. I think this game I'm going to bolt the bird. Because we have a second bolt. I feel like bolting the bird is good in this scenario. And if there's something ridiculous like Ponza, or I guess Ponza wouldn't run Noble Hierarch. But if there's something ridiculous, we could just like take them off their thing. And the next turn, we get to like play Tassiger, delve away all of our things but Faithless Looting. And hold bolt. It's Infect. Okay. Infect does make sense. A little harder for us to tell that it's Infect based on the Noble Hierarch play, but... Or not the Noble Hierarch, sorry, the Wood Foothills, rather than... But... Misty Rainforests are expensive. Do we have a swamp in this deck? We do. So I should have played the Wooded Foothills here. Again, small mistake, but so I'm gonna make sure I eat my creatures. I guess there's no reason, but I'm gonna make sure I eat my creatures. Yep. So objective mistake there. In case I ever want to fetch basic swamp, I can't now. So because I have this wood foothills. So something to note when you play these decks. And this is one of those things. Playing a deck for the first time, you don't really know, but it's something to keep track of while you play. It's very ironic to me that like the actual exact fetches you run aren't as relevant. Sometimes, like, you know, as long as you have your colors, like in the Grixis deck, in paper I have just 8 red fetches, right? And that it didn't matter that I don't have Scalding Tarn themselves. Ooh, is that a good one, chat? Is that a good one? I think that's a good one, chat. Let's go ahead and get this. We shock this. We cast Riven. Oh, we get Trample. And we're going to make him discard both of his pump effects. Which means that he's probably just going to use them on this Blighted Agent and kill our... Oh, actually... Okay, chat, question. We should just attack with the Flameblade Adept, right? Oh no, that'll only make him discard 1. So the option here is if I could not attack him with Tasigur, and he's going to be feeling like he's forced into just attack with both. Okay, because he can't block this one. I just don't want to lose my Tasigur to a pump spell on Blighted Agent. Yeah, I cast both of them. Oh, they get Menace. Never mind. I'm caught up now. Despair gives them Menace. Can you tell I haven't cast this card before? Despair gives Menace. We're good. We're solid. Man, this card's great. We're going to draw 2 cards. They're going to discard their hand of pump spells. They're going to be stuck with Blighted Agent and a Noble Hierarch. And they're taking 7. Going to 7. I could be wrong, but I feel like that was the best draw in the deck. I could be wrong. Felt like the best draw in the deck. Bing! Look at all my triggers. You triggered by all my triggers, opponent? Look at him. Look at him here. I made sure to go every other one. Discard, discard, draw, draw. Discard, discard, draw, draw. So we could still lose. So opponent might just be dead. Opponent might just be dead. Because we get to Faithless Looting and then Collective Brutality escalate, like -2/-2, drain him. Or -2/-2, drain him. Depending on, like, if he attacks with the Blighted Agent, and I just kill the Noble Hierarch so he doesn't have a blocker, and then he has to like use a protection spell on his Noble Hierarch or lose it. And this that'll make our Flameblade Adept into a 1/2/3. It'll make it into a 4, so it'll be a 4/2. So we're hitting him for 4, draining him for 2, so he's at 6. So if we fight like a Lightning Bolt 2, we just kill him. God, this deck is so good. I guess if we fight Lightning Bolt, it doesn't matter. Because we have to discard it. Which honestly just might mean that we just like cast it, right? So if we draw a Lightning Bolt, we get to Collective Brutality escalate once, and then Bolt, and that's 5, 6, 7. No, still lethal. All right. Taking 2 here. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. He's a piece of candy. Ding. It doesn't matter because I'm going to be discarding them anyway. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. By the way, guys, Collective Brutality has to be one of. Oops, no, not that one. Has to be one of my favorite cards. Because it's just great. I love all the modes it has on it. They're just all relevant. I like that it's escalated discard, so it's an actual real cost, but then you can use it as an upside in certain decks. So, are you a dead opponent? You feel pretty dead. Could be wrong, but you feel pretty dead. Like, even if they have a protection spell, they're just dying to the 4-2 and the 2-1. Boo, 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 boo. I feel like we got really lucky because we drew, like, I want to say we drew kind of perfects. I want to say we drew pretty much perfect off the top. That Driven to Despair was just, like, the nuttiest, meanest thing we could have drawn. And then, like, that turn drawing the Bloodghast just went like, well, we probably kill him this turn, but maybe not. Into, like, he's dead, Jim. All right. You're at 6. Kill you. Kill you. Make sure to attack with all, so you can only block one of them. Was the game good for you, opponent? Felt pretty good for me. Felt pretty good for me. We both played spells. Look, it was a close game. I was at 12. You got half my life total down. That's what we're trying to do, right? Yeah, I totally forget Despair gives Menace. Oh, he's got Dryad Arbor. All right. So he's not just dead. Can't block there. That has Menace. That one has Menace, opponent. You can't block there. So you're gonna go to 1. Yeah, alright. Alright. We're not out of the woods yet. They could kill us now. So if they draw a Become Immense, we die. If they draw a Become Immense, we die. So, no Become Immense. No Become Immense. No Become Immense. No Become Immense. Yeah! Wrecked. Wrecked. See? Alright, so we bring in Fatal Push. Is this a Ritual of Soot matchup? I kind of actually like Ritual of Soot. It's kind of slow, but if we get to this point in the game, it gets around the bind effects, right? It gets around all the protection effects, which can be good. And then we mainly have to worry about like the creature lands. Stop. So this matchup, Bloodghast is not at its best. And a Gurmag Angler again, because they're just going to be a fast aggro deck, and we just need to stop. Go lay down. It's not for you. Go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down, puppy. Come on. Come on. You're just such a cute puppy. Bye, everybody. This is Leica. See, she's awake now. Yeah, you were passed out earlier. Yeah. Yeah, people were worried about you because you were so passed out. She's my Aussie. She's just over a year old, and she's cute and wonderful. We had a great day at the dog park. She just ran around. She met a bunch of friends. She met this husky. She loved him. He was little, like 6 months old, I think the owner said. Just a cute one. Just a cute one. He was so soft and fluffy. Softer and fluffy than Leica was. I didn't say that. Okay, little bit. He was a different kind of soft. It was kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. I was happy. It's a highlight of my day when I get to meet other doggos. And this one. Yeah, you're always a highlight of my day, Leica. Yeah. All right, we're gonna snap keep this one off. Yeah, this is another one of those like keeps where like you're keeping it and you're fine with it, but you're not happy. I go to French Lake in Federway because it's like 5 minutes from my house. I've also gone to Grandview in Kent because it's not that much further. It's about the same distance, a little bit further, but not by too much. The reason why I like to go to French Lake is because it's got a lot of trees and shaded area. So during the summertime, it was a lot cooler, as well as there's lots of water bowls laid around. At Grandview, it's like dusty and barren, and like there's just no water dishes lying around. Like there are, and it's really telltale with the patrons who go there. At French Lake, they're all over the place through the park. At Grandview, they essentially huddle up underneath the awning and the cover, because there's water bowls right there and nowhere else. Puppy, can you stop? Stop. Don't blow my house down. But yeah. So, but French Lake's a lot of fun. And then there's a couple others that I've been to around as well, but yeah, totally. Let's totally do a doggy meetup. I've also gone to, I like to take her to downtown Seattle to get her acclimated to people as well, so I've gone down there. There's a bar in Fremont that I'm forgetting the name of off the top of my head, but it's very dog friendly, so that's really nice. Let's cycle this. Norms, exactly. And it had good food, and it was a fun walk. Ugh, we drew 3 goblin lures. No second land, but we have a bolt and a fatal push. We have 2 bolts and a fatal push, so we're okay. This is not the greatest hand ever, but go lay down. Go lay down. We know my opponent to make decisions here. We're up almost 7 minutes on our clock on our opponent too. Anyway, yeah, and then during the summertime they were doing outdoor movies at Denny Park in Seattle, and I took her there this year. I was a little upset because last year they had done it like every weekend was a movie out there at the park, and I really wanted to do that this weekend or this year with the dog now that I have her. And they decided, like, it's not the end of the world, right? Like they changed it so that, let's just fatal push this. They changed it so that oh, sorry, my foot. They were doing it once a month, but it was free. And for me, I have more money than time a lot of the times. And like it was only $5 before too with a beer garden, so like the cost wasn't like that outrageous. And I just would have liked to have it every month. So the Spellskite's really awkward here because they're going to be able to protect it. And yeah, they're going to be able to protect it. Now we got to point 2 bolts at it. Do I Goblin Lore here? So I kind of don't want to discard the bolts though, because I could point the bolts upstairs. My opponent's already at 13. I kind of feel like just pointing like both bolts upstairs at my opponent and hitting them for 7 this turn, and then I can Goblin Lore and hit them for 4 more next turn. And he could, if he redirects the first bolt to Spellskite, I can then just bolt the Spellskite. Or I do 5 damage here. Now I'm just going to lore. You're right. I'm just going to lore. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Discard Hollow One and a Bolt. Just kind of the worst possible of all outcomes there. Just gross. This is fine, but it was still a pretty bad outcome for us, right? Yeah, but I can't play it this turn. I think this Flameblade is pretty bad now because we can't play it out this turn. There's the Blighted Agent. He's probably just setting up a lethal kill here. Discard another hollow one. Well, I already cast it. We still have enough lands left in our deck, so I play the Bloodstained Mire here. And I'm just going to crack in for 4. See if my opponent double blocks here. They don't double block. Okay. Don't kill me, opponent. Don't kill me, opponent. Well, again, the Flameblade doesn't have haste, so... They cycled Dissenter's Deliverance. Okay. And now we get to, like, bolt them and then untap Collector Brutality. Actually, we should do this all in the same turn, right? We're going to want to do this all in the same turn. Because if he redirects to Spellskite, we can kill it with the Collector Brutality. If we're not just dead. If we're not just dead. Don't kill us, bro. Don't kill us. Don't kill us, bro. Okay, good. Woo! Not dead. Not dead. Glistener Elf is awkward. Okay. So I'm just gonna fetch this now because I feel like it. So now we go. He could have another Spell Pierce, but I don't think I can play around Spell Pierce now. So I'm going to bolt him. And if he redirects to Spellskite, then I get to Collector Brutality and fully escalate. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I trust you. I probably made the wrong decision there. Oh yeah. And then now we get to like Collector Brutality, fully escalate, you here, you discarding these two. And now they have to have like a Spell Pierce for this. Or they die. They can't redirect with Spellskite either. Do you have Spell Pierce number 2? So this worked because our opponent took the 3 damage from the bolt. Looks like they have a Spell Pierce. Sure, but then you just die to the drain. Alright, deal. Dead. Alright. 2-0. Nice. Congrats, Ewan. Congrats. We don't get a lot of trophies on this channel. I wish I could get more. I get a lot of 4-1s though. I'm like a king with 4-1s. We had quite a few with hardened scales before the reset though. I think we had like 3 5-0s leading up to in my like 2 weeks leading up to no, stop. I saw you in the camera, puppy. I know you want the cheese, but that's not for you. That's not for you. Yeah, go lay down. You are just so cute. See, my puppy has learned that I can't be mad at her if she's being cute, so she's just like, well, what if I just lay here and be good and be cute? I can lay right next to the food. Just right next to it. And then, when you're not paying attention, maybe I can sneak up there and steal some. You think I don't know what you're doing? Because I have to reward you for good behavior. Because this is currently good behavior. But I know your nose is going to get you into trouble. I just know it. I just know it. You're like an addict. Despite your best intentions, sometimes your nose gets the better of you. Yeah, I know. I know. Alright, we're going to keep this. Stop, puppy. It's a good Flameblade Adept aggro hand. So we're against Titan Shift. Let's say suspend a search for tomorrow. Puppy, stop. Go lay down. Stop it. This goes to 1. Do 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 do. Squeak that over here like that. There we go. Get that little fraction of a hair there. Yeah, pretty much. Now, here's the main question. I think this... So this is my game plan. I think I'm going to play out second Flameblade Adept, attack in for 1, and bolt him. Like, bolt him at end of turn, right? Not bolt him... because if he plays like a Soccer Tribe-Elder, I'm going to bolt the... Oh, actually, Soccer Tribe-Elder doesn't matter, right? So I'm just going to bolt him. And then next turn, I get to cycle Street Wraith and cast Faithless Looting. That's one thing I do like about these. Like, a lot of these aggressive decks can get stymied against Titan Shift because they can play out a Soccer Tribe-Elder, and then Tribe-Elder just gets to blank them for a turn. And this deck is like, nah, I got a bunch of menace creatures. We don't care about you. Like, you play your 2-mana Rampant Growth. Anger of the Gods in the main, that is just rude. Rude, rude, rude. Main deck Anger of the Gods. Well then, we're probably very dead. Probably very dead. I'm just going to get a mountain here and bolt him because I don't want to leave myself open to him getting a land here, having a land in Scape Shift. Yeah, I'm still in the same game plan. I guess I'm going to be cycling Street Wraith. So I should have just gotten a second black source. Well, whatever. Well, that mainboard Anger probably sent us from winning this game to just almost assuredly losing, right? Like the chance of us losing this game, or chance of us winning this game, just went like down the toilet. I could Burning Inquiry. Let's cycle. Faithless Looting. Don't think we need the 4th land. And we don't need this driven. And then, yeah, now I'm going to Burning Inquiry. Oh, should I play the land and bolt first? No, I shouldn't. Because if I find like a Gurmag Angler, we're going to want to cast it. Just or that. Or that. It's okay though. We just discarded a Blackleaf Cliffs and a Goblin Lore, it looks like. And a Collective Brutality, so not that big a loss. They discarded Primeval Titan, Simian Spirit Guide. Okay. So maybe they're on Through the Breach as well. Oh, look. Oh, my opponent has to have another green. Look at that. Our opponent drew another threat. Ugh. Miserable. Oh, I didn't update Stream Decker, did I? Knew I was forgetting something. Do. Oh, mainboard angers. Stuff like that aggravates me because it's like not the right move to have those in your deck, but people do and they get away with it. So what are we cutting? Yeah, like the anger is the same thing I experienced. Like, so yesterday when we were playing the bad Reanimator deck and we faced the blue-white control deck with mainboard Rest in Peace, like that kind of stuff irritates me because it's like you really didn't want to lose that hard to like, and it just always happens to be the deck we're playing, right? It's like, oh, you had really hard to beat our deck. Like, okay, good, you beat us. So Brutality and Bolt we cut. I can see that. I kind of like Brutality because it can take... oops. Oh, all the Brutalities probably, right? I kind of like Brutality because it can take a lot of their spells, but you're probably right. It's probably just too slow. Too slow and doesn't do enough. Doesn't hit their creatures. Stop, puppy. Oh, we should cut Burning Inquiry because they're going to bring an Obstinate Baloth. Like, Burning Inquiry is going to be really bad, right? If they, or do we just like risk it? Risk it for the biscuit. Do we want land number 3? I don't think we want land number 3. Then I'm going to bottom this. And then are we Faithless Looting on 1? No, I guess because we can Faithless Looting on 2 and play and then play our Hollow One for 1. Yeah. And we get our Bloodghast back anyway. Yeah, so we're still good. I just had to talk through it. Okay, that's fine because they can't activate it, which means we're gonna get our Bloodghast back. Stop, puppy. Stop. Oh no! Oh no! Yeah, we're gonna be able to exile the Faithless Looting. Tight. Oh, like, and we drew our best spell. Like, play this, get these back. Exile Faithless Looting. Hey, yeah, I'll get my Bloodghast back into play. Those seem good. I'm gonna not play this just yet because I want to get this into play, and we can Alpine Boon next turn. If we draw a land, I'm going to probably play a land, Alpine Moon, then cast Goblin Lore. Because I don't want to... play this Burning Inquiry now on this board. What are you doing? Ancient Grudge. Rude. Rude dude. I'm going to just attack here. I'm going to leave open Lightning Bolt. If he plays a creature like a Tireless Tracker or something, I'm going to want to kill it. If not, I'll cast the Bolt at end of turn. Alright, opponent, do you have an out to Alpine Moon in your deck? I hope you don't, because it makes your deck really terrible. Alright, so am I bolting Sakura Tribuilder? If I don't bolt Sakura Tribuilder, he gets to relic away my Bloodghast. So I think I'm just bolting this. Leica, no. No. This is my sock. You're not supposed to chew on that. You know better. Stop that. Here, you have a toy around here somewhere. You're probably sitting on it. Come on. Get up. Get up. What are you doing? Find your toy. Where'd your toy go? Go get your bone. Go get the ring. Get the bone. The ring, the rope, all those things. They're all down there. Yeah, I agree. I don't want to take out a lot of our discard spells, but I think specifically because they have because they have it, or because they have Obstinate Baloth, I just never want to cast this. That was just a great sequence there. So he's gonna crack this, and we get a fetch. Oh yeah, opponent. Give it to me, Berber. Do we have any green spells on our deck? We still have Driven to Despair, right? Okay. Give it to me, Berber. Yes. Attack you for 4. Now don't anger me, bro. Don't anger me, bro. Hey, your Valakut came in untapped. Search for Tomorrow, sure. You are allowed to have that. Don't anger me, bro. Another relic, sure, deal. I should cast... Should I cast Faithless Looting first, or should I cast Goblin Lore? Goblin Lore nets me up a card. I think I want to play out the Wooded Foothills. I could be crazy. Yeah, I am going to land and then lore. Because I want to be able to activate, get our back our Bloodghast if we need to. So we didn't hit that. So let's go ahead and Faithless Looting. He's going to probably crack his relic here. Sure. That was smart on our opponent. We could have cracked our Wooded Foothills before, but... just attack you for 6, put you to 5. Alright, opponent. Have it out to my Bloodghast. It's a Primeval Titan. Sure. Go get some lands. Go get some lands that don't do anything. Attack you for 6. You have to block one. Like, deal. Play Flameblade Adept. Because If he had had Anger, he would have cast it already. At least this will have Menace. Any land off the top, and we get to bring back our Bloodghast. And it's just like super duper lethal. Even if he angers, he then can't attack. 4 is an Obstinate Baloth? Or just another Primeval Titan? Sure. But again, like, these Primeval Titans are bad because they can't block the Flameblade Adept. We're going to kill our opponent with a 1-2 Flameblade Adept, are we? It's a real shame our opponent doesn't have it out to this card called Alpine Moon. These lands are real good. Yep, has all of his Valakuts out. Whatever. So now if he still can't, he can double block one of these and only block one of these. So there's no reason for me to do anything else but attack. Just send him sideways. That old Menace get ya. Yeah, that old Menace get ya. Alright. Let's cut some Burning Inquiries. And we're going to bring in a couple Lightning Bolts. And I'm going to bring in Collective Brutality. Collective Brutality is a good discard outlet. And at worst takes a ramp spell out of them, right? And it can drain them at least a little bit. Oh, boy. Oh. No, I don't want to risk it. I don't think it's, again, anytime that we cast Burning Inquiry against an Obstinate Baloth deck, I think we're doing it wrong. I think we just need to, like, we bring in our Collective Brutalities and we call it a day. Like, they put one into play, and I think it's just, like, the worst outcome ever. And sure, it's random, and it's not going to happen, but I feel like there's no reason to take that outside, or that downside. I hope all my opponent's removal is all artifact removal. It probably isn't. They probably have, like, a Nature's Claim or something, but... By the way, case in point for the Phoenix deck, that's why we run Alpine Moon on our sideboard. That matchup's a lot easier when you can shut off their land. That matchup is just, like, insanely easy. Like, oh, you have a 6/6 trampler that then, like, nets you 2 lands? Deal. And this hand is not good, right? Yeah. We would have needed, like, a discard spell. You know, Faithless Looting for this hand to be even keepable. Okay, this one's keepable. It's not great, but it's keepable. And I'm going to bottom the Bolt. Gross. Faithless Looting. I'm going to discard this. And we'll discard... I don't want to discard Bloodghast. So the awkward thing here is that if we discard... I think we have to discard either a Bloodghast or a Phoenix. I think we discard a Phoenix because it's the hardest one to turn on. And we get to survive these two by using these here. And if he wants to, like, if he wants to activate this, he can. But, like, if he decides to activate it, we can then respond with, like, Faithless Looting, double Bloodghast, and then play a land. I wouldn't be shocked here because he has double mountains if he just doesn't cast anything. God. we can just draw no lands. He's getting to the point where he might just crack it. So the danger for him here is if we find an untapped land before he exiles a card from our yard, we would get to, like, say we find like a Blood Crypt. We could play Blood Crypt and then just delve away all these cards. Now he'll probably tap this on his turn, which is what he should do. Yep, there we go. Get rid of the Gurmag Angler. Now we can't do that play. Ding. So here's the thing. Our opponent didn't activate this. So now we get to like shock this in. And then we can just get to play this Tasigur. And say, nice graveyard hate. Nice graveyard hate. And then next turn we get to Thoughtseize Away. Hopefully Thoughtseize Away is only a threat. We're still pretty far behind here because we haven't put a good pressure on our opponent like we did last game. Yeah, just crack Relic. So now if we draw a land, we can like Faithlessly discard double Bloodghast, put it into play, and Thoughtseize. Ding. So let's Thoughtseize first. So we dead, right? There's literally no way we beat this draw. Like, I'm going to give it the old college best, but I have to take, like, Anger of the Gods. I should undo. No, I shouldn't have played that. I'm just gonna concede. We're not beating Triple Titan. We're not beating Triple Titan. Like, even if we draw an Alpine Moon, we're still not beating Triple Titan. Just the card Primeval Titan's gonna kill us. I messed up because I played the land, but like, I think we had a 0% chance to win that game through Triple Titan. So again, like, that's another reason where, like, Titan Shift makes sometimes rancid games of Magic, and that was one of them, right? We made a bunch of decisions in the game, and then they never mattered. It was just like, oh, none of our decisions mattered that game. Which is sad. Which is sad. I wish we had more games of actual Magic. Pendelhaven. So this looks like another Infect deck. Oh no, Hardened Scales. Okay. Alrighty. So I need to wait on this. The chance of us discarding all 3 lands and having 3 spells is pretty slim. So let's go ahead and Burning Inquiry. Look at that. We ended up with two Bloodghast in hand, but we get to bring back Flamewake Phoenix. So, deal. Not the nuttiest, but not the worst. Hit you for 6. We also discarded a Steel Overseer and an Arcbound Ravager and an Inkmoth Texas from our opponent. Man, we destroyed our opponent's hand with that. Like, they could have other threats, but like, if I had to hit 3 cards out of Hardened Scales, these are 3 good ones. Okay, so let's go ahead. We need to kill this. So we're going to fetch. And we don't have any green spells. Oh, we do. We have Driven to Despair. I'm just going to get a Mountain. And I'm going to bolt this because I have to. And then we'll play Bloodghast. And we'll attack him for 3. And the next turn we can like play Phoenix and attack. And that attacks him for 6-7, unless we draw something better. Yeah, opponent didn't need these cards. They've never won any amount of their games off of Steel Overseer, Arcbound Ravager. Okay, so our opponent's playing a bad version because Metallic Mimic is just a bad card. So this is gonna call Construct. They can now play all their X's for 0, and they come in with 2 counters. Oh, he's calling Servo. That's just even worse. Just don't know why you would do that, but okay. The animation module still seems bad. So let's go ahead and play Flamewake Phoenix, because these could have haste after this turn. Yeah, there was a really old version of this deck that used to run Metallic Mimic and Winding Constrictor, and then you were just like, all your X's you could play for 0, and they come in with a counter on them. So they come with an additional 1/1, so you just play a bunch of like 0 mana 2/2s that have abilities, and it was cute, but it didn't really work very well. Again, people ended up finding that this shell was the regular shell was better. Go figure. Because Metallic Mimic is just such a rancid card by itself, right? Opponent doesn't even have anything that puts counters. Wow. So he gets to activate and block this or one of these. Let's just cast this. I think he's just dead. Smush you. Look at my bad creature beats. Go, 2-power creature beats. Yeah. Alright. Ancient Grudge and Destructive Reverie coming in. I like bringing in Leyline of the Void in this matchup, only because we have access to Faithless Looting and Burning Inquiry and all these other discard spells to discard them away. So we bring in Fatal Push. Again, Ritualist, it seems fine. So we're going to cut out Gurmag Angler. That's probably a 2 down. We probably cut the Collective Brutality. Like, it's okay, but not great. Driven Despair is probably pretty bad. The Blood Gas seem miserable. Whoops. Why are we trimming Lightning Bolt? We need to be able to kill their like Steel Overseers and their Arcbound Ravagers and stuff immediately. Like, it's not the best way to kill one of those, like especially Arcbound Ravager, but it's kind of necessary. But I could see. So we trim Bolt, maybe like trim 2 of them. I mean, I could see it. Don't get me wrong. I'll trim 2 of them because we're bringing in so much other removal. And I'm going to cut a Flamewake Phoenix as well. We're pretty threat light at this point, but again, we're going to be kind of a control deck. Oh, that's a keeper. So, notably, the Hardened Scales deck is not very good against Graveyard, like against Leyline of the Void, because it shuts down all their modular triggers, and so it shuts down like Ravager, and it also shuts down Hanger Backwalker. Opponent is playing a very, very bad version of this deck. So I don't like, though, if you're playing like Jund, I don't like playing they could have put a +1/+1 counter on our Flameblade Adept. Come on, opponent, why didn't you do that? Anyway, I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, so I wouldn't bring in like Leyline of the Void in other decks. But any of the Faithless Looting decks, so Mardu and this one, I would definitely bring in Leyline of the Void. It's just a nice, easy way to hedge to stop you from, like, dying, essentially. So this is going to be a good turn for us. So we get to cycle this. We drew a Goblin Lore. Let's cast Faithless Looting. Discard Flamewake Phoenix and a land. Now I really need to just Fatal Push this, unfortunately. The question is so hard. Can I let this live a turn to get back our Flamewake Phoenix into play? I can't. And we can Goblin Lore next turn. So I'm just going to Fatal Push. Enjoy a timeout there, user. Let's try to do some more constructive things than that. Let's be adults here. I don't mind being childish at times, but let's be adults. Let's be adults and not post that in my chat. Thank you. Did I was so distracted. I'm just gonna concede. I'm just gonna concede. I was so distracted by the nonsense in chat. I decided to. Apparently, I fatal pushed my own guy there. Damn it! Damn it, Bobby! Oh God, that was probably my worst punt ever. I deserve the lambasting for that. That one was my bad, chat. Is that not how Fatal Push works? You target your own thing? Is that not how that card works? This hand isn't great, but it's got a Bolt and it's got a Leyline and threats, so I'm going to keep it. I don't even know what went through my head as I clicked on my own creature. Like, I didn't even realize I did it until I looked back at the screen. I was like, why did Steel Overseer not die? Cast this. Discard these two. We want this one. Cast Faithless Looting. Discard. We're going to want the Swamp as well. So let's discard Ritual of Soot and Lightning Bolt. Let's go for the full aggro here. All right, Cannon. Thanks for stopping by. This deck has still felt really good. I've been a fan of the Hollow One deck, and it's very, very solid. And I like the version you have here. It's very good. I wouldn't change anything. Like, there's nothing that's popped out at me like I would change. It's just good. Good and solid. I know. Recommendation: do not Fatal Push your own creature. Don't do it. Apparently it ends really badly. Like, you just shame concede. Gross. They have a relic. That was probably the best thing they could have played. Don't blow it. Damn it. Damn it, Bobby. Attack you for 4. Yep, not a problem. Not a problem. Anytime. Again, submit any deck for me to play, and I will play it. Again, thank you for all the bits. Again, I accept all the wonderful support, and you guys are awesome. Every single last one of you guys. There's Steel Overseer. Man, we got punished hard by that relic. Arcbound Worker. Attack for 4. Play this. Play the swamp. Pass the turn. Man. Brutal. Brutal, brutal. Their opponent's at 12 too, so it's not like they're at that low of a life total. And we're honestly just dead to this Inkmoth Nexus. If he just keeps like activating it, we could be very dead to it. Walking Ballista for 1. This will come in with 2. He'll be able to then make it 4. All right, I'm going to concede to that. I definitely punted game 2. Definitely punted game 2. Not guaranteed that we would have won game 2, but I totally punted that one. Too many distractions, apparently. That is my bad, chat. Let's see if we can finish off the old 3-2 here at the Hollow One. Okay, I have to mulligan this one. The basic swamp is pretty bad in here. No lander. Mulligan this one. No lander. Mulligan this one. Guess we're keeping this 4-lander. Yeah, sure. Maybe hope that we play against Burn and we can just like full score a Collective Brutality and that's going to be good enough to get there. Okay, looks like we're against Affinity. I'm not going to escalate this Collective Brutality. We're just going to kill this creature. Okay, you have a Welding Jar. Steel Overseer. Gross. Do we need double black? I think I just get a mountain to conserve life total. Let's go to second main phase and cast this Flamewake Phoenix. Because now I can just block. And we can get it back with Gurmag Angler later. And so by blocking it kills at least one thing. Or it prevents him from attacking. We're just not beating that card. Not pretty bored. Okay, so Driven to Despair, a Gurmag Angler, all these Blood Gas, the Collective Brutality. Cool. Lock and load, try to beat Affinity again. Lots of Affinity this 5 series of games. Snap that one off. All right, chat. Let's get lucky. You feeling lucky? Let's Burning Inquiry. Damn it. Damn it, Bobby. We tried. We tried, chat. End up discarding our Hollow One. Oh, well. Oh, well. He's got land, Memnite, Volt Scourge. We also kind of maybe hopefully messed up his draw a little bit. It's looking like he's got a pretty good draw, but... So I'm not going to cast this Goblin Lore now. I'm going to hold open Fatal Push so we can kill like his first major thing that might be a huge threat for us. And we're going to just set up this Ritual set. There's Springleaf Drum. Ravager. So end of turn, we're going to Fatal Push this Ravager. Because he can't put it over to this Inkmoth Nexus. So it'll just make one of either his Vault Scourge or his Memnite bigger, which is fine. Yeah. So obviously he'll put on the Vault Scourge. We'll pass the turn. Just give us no risk of discarding this, because it's just going to blow out his board. Hopefully he'll play another creature here. Okay. That's a bit upsetting. I really wanted him to extend another creature on the board. Alright. I'll take it. Come on, play another one. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. We're good. We're going to Funky Town now. This Ritual set's just going to go do some business. Put that one tapped. Let's do the Time Warp again. Kill all your things. Just kill them all. Did you like my damnation, opponent? 'Cause it was really good for me. A land. Okay, they had another Vault Scourge as their last threat in hand. All right, guys, we need to draw. We need to draw pretty well. Either our draw step and through this Burning Inquiry or in this Goblin Lore and the discard, but we're not just dead yet. Opponent does not have a huge clock here. Interesting. I think I just play this. I think I just cast this. There is the upside that maybe I could hit a... like, maybe I discard it and I hit a big thing, but I think I just put it into play. Discard a Destructive Reveille, Lightning Bolt, Gurmag Angler. Yeah, great. Great. But I think we just need to get a clock going, so let's just go ahead and attack him here. Now we have a Lightning Bolt, so we can just pick off his thing if he puts something awful evil into play, or we can kill his threats in the crack back here. Like a Destructive Reverie will be our best draw. Uh-oh, blue, black. Okay. Just another Vault Scourge. Sure. Okay. So these will negate our Flame Wake Phoenix attacks, but gross. Can we just like stop drawing those? I'm going to stop playing out lands too. And again, I'm not going to play out this Lightning Bolt until I absolutely need to. Just activate. This is fine. Again, it negates our attack, but I need to be able to kill like Steel Leaf or Steel Overseer if I find one. One, two, three, four, five. And black. Perfect. Bring this. Yep, those will attack. Hit you for 4. Puts him to 13. We get to bolt one of these Vault Scourges on the attack here. So we get to bolt one of these, so he'll go to 14. We'll only take 2. We go to 3. Again, we're just in kind of dodge Galvanic Blast mode. Cast Burning Inquiry. Dispatch. Gross. Oh, he doesn't have... he doesn't have Metalcraft. Nice. Faithless Looting. Okay, we bin both of those. Nice. And that means we get to get this Flamewake Phoenix back as well. And we get to hold open Ancient Grudge. Alright, chat. I think we found our avenue to victory here. Yep. Just don't Galvanic Blast us. We discarded a Galvanic Blast. It's got a Whip Flare as well, but just don't Galvanic Blast me, bro. Just don't Galv Blast. There's Cranial Plating. Okay, so now we just need to not have Spell Pierce. Just don't have Spell Pierce. No Spell Pierce. Yeah, buddy! Found our way back! What an excellent game. GG, well played. GG, well played. That felt great. I felt like we were going to lose that game for a long time. Like, it took us a long time to find our, like, destructive revelries or our threats. And, man, the fact that we could win that game and come back like that was huge. Our opponent did mess up. I think I didn't see if they have enough if they had enough mana to activate one of their creatures to get dispatch. The Metalcraft it needed, but I feel like that was a mistake from their part. We'll keep this hand. Okay, we have a bolt for the first major threat. Ritualist that can help us clean up. There's Vault Scourge. Mox Opal. I'm gonna just pass the turn here. I'm just gonna fetch, shock, and bolt this now. This goes straight to attacks is kind of curious for me. I guess he could have a land and then... Okay, has a Signal Pest, but now he doesn't have Metalcraft yet either. Feels good. Burning Inquiry is better, right? Yeah, let's Burning Inquiry. Ding. We have 7 cards, so we can leave the... Oh, there's nothing in yard? Sure. Play out our 5/5. We discarded a Rest in Peace, a Galvanic Blast, and a Blinkmoth Nexus. Okay. And we got to keep our Ritualist Soot. Feels good. Okay, he's got his Metalcraft. Okay, he's got his Dispatch. It's sad. I'm probably not Burning Inquiry this next turn. I'm probably just Faithless Looting. And we're setting up a Ritual Soot. There's Faithless Looting. Discard both of these. both of these. Play this tapped. Play this. Pass the turn. Okay, we have a 4/4. Welding Jar. Gross. That can at least save one of his creatures. So I'll probably save the Signal Pest. I wonder if I even Ritual Soot. I might just not Ritual Soot this turn. Or I just have 2 Ritual Soots. So do I want to exchange this? No. I'm going to Faithless Looting. Going to attack for 4 here. I can now try to like bolt this Inkmoth Nexus, force him to Welding Jar to save it, and then try to kill this. You're going to Welding Jar, but then it's going to tap. Sure. He's going to float a mana. Sure. Can activate Blinkmoth Nexus now instead, but holding back Ornithopter? Oh, because he's not winning this race. This feels good. Now I get to just slam Ritual of Soot. Just slam it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Who's winning the race now, opponent? Who's winning the race now? Opponent doesn't even have Metalcraft, so they don't have any color mana. Yeah, opponent just scoops. Got the old 3-2 Modern deck. Definitely because we punted a game. So, Hollow One, it's a deck in Modern. It does a lot of things. I think it's very, very good. I dislike, personally, the card Burning Inquiry and Goblin Lore, but people love the cards Burning Inquiry and Goblin Lore. And if this is a deck for you, by all means, this deck is fantastic. I think that, again, this deck is really, really cool around Flameblade Adept and like Bloodghast and Flamewake Phoenix. I love this plan. The free Hollow Ones are just a fine package that I don't personally like as part of the deck. I think that, like, sorry, let me rephrase that. It's not that I don't like them as part of this deck, right? They belong in this deck. This deck is built around that card. It's great in this deck. I don't personally like it when I'm playing this deck. That's not the part of the deck I enjoy. I enjoy the Gurmag Angler, Tasigur, Flamewake Phoenix, Bloodghast, Beats plan, right? And Flameblade Adept, Beat plan. That plan is great. The free Hollow Ones are just kind of complementary to that in this deck, and I feel like they add some pretty negligible gameplay. But if this is your kind of a thing, play this deck. This deck is great. It's going to be a thing in Modern for a while, as long as they leave all these cards in here.